Hey, yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Chocolate, chocolate.
Sometimes, I don't know, we get obsessed. We want to find something. The never-ending quest for what we're looking for leads us down a long path that...
A slippery slope.
A slippery slope. I think maybe, Chase, we found your replacement for the mighty Huey Boom.
I think we did, but he has differing opinions. But to get right into it,
Thanks for pointing that out right away.
We're gonna jump right into that because this is the JBL Charge. Now, I was big on finding a speaker. Everybody knows that I've been searching for a speaker to replace my Huey Boom, and that we go back. It lost it in the water. Fun, blah blah blah. That was not a fun day. So, long story short, I've come to the conclusion that I needed a speaker, and I needed something similar in style to the Huey Boom. Well, I landed on this, the JBL Charge 3. It's a great speaker. I'm gonna be outright. It has everything you need. Basically, it's waterproof. It's got a long battery life.
Oh, we put it through the testing. I'll tell you that.
It sounds, in my opinion, it sounds really, really good. Corey,
I really did. I'm sorry. I mean, we've gone through a ton of different speakers. We've had this thing. Yeah, maybe I'm a fanboy of the Huey Boom, but I think it's just. That was the first big speaker that you had. It was great. It's not. I want everybody to understand. It's not a bad speaker. I don't think we've reviewed a bad speaker unless you turn it on and it farts the whole entire time,
or it fades out,
fizzles, or it steals all your money. There's not really a bad speaker. It's just. I think the variation here is everybody has to understand is that with these portable speakers, it really depends on the genre of music that you're listening to.
Yeah.
And that's what it really comes down to.
And in this case, I mostly listen to hip hop, electronic, variations of jazz, a little bit bassier, a little bit more throatier. So this thing excels in that realm. It has
I'll give that to you.
It has some really nice like throaty bass and mids, but it does take it at a cost. Now that said,
when you switch it over to something on my type of music, so I like the hard rock, the metal,
a little bit more higher.
Those lows and those bass, it's just a muddled
it gets a little
sound. It takes away, I think, from the overall composition of everything. I mean, I don't want to get too technical here, but again, I want to stress it's a very well built speaker.
Yeah.
It's thick. I mean, it's almost too thick, wouldn't you say?
IPX certified. Yeah, I mean it is.
But it's
thicker. It's thicker than the Huey, but it is sturdy.
And we'll tackle that in the pros and cons here. It's just we tried it on multiple phones. We tried it on multiple Bluetooth
iPhone
versus Android,
and connecting it to our laptops and connecting it to pretty much everything.
You pretty much took it swimming. We took pictures on the Eiffel Tower with it. So I took it to prom.
Take it in the shower with me.
Yeah, I mean, we when we say we put this thing through the rigors, we did. It no matter what though, it does have a different sound. And compared to what music genre you listen to. It's just the way it goes.
So we really want to talk about what is it that makes you need to buy this?
Yeah.
And
what's the point of buying?
What's the point of buying this? So we're gonna roll right into the pros
and the cons.
All right. So first pro. In my honest opinion, first pro is
there are a lot of pros.
There are a lot of pros, but my first pro is that it does sound great. Again, for a certain genre, or for multiple genres. It has great bass. It has great mids. It does drown out the highs a little bit, but you can tune that with an equalizer. Now this is an issue we're going to get into a little bit later on the cons. But in its current state, without an equalizer, it does sound good. Now, Corey has a little bit different opinion, as we've disclosed previously, that certain music doesn't sound great.
It depends. Yeah, it really depends on the music you're listening to.
Yeah, but in my personal opinion, for the music that I listen to, it's awesome. It's great for parties.
We were listening to Big Boy.
Yeah, we were listening to the recent album Big Boy.
Some of those other ones, I think there was a little bit of house music in there. I'm going to be forthcoming and say, great, sounds good in that stuff. I mean, it almost got me dancing, which I don't do.
He did dance,
but I wouldn't call it dancing. More like a full body seizure to music. But but then you switch. What if you're at a party? Like you have some house parties sometimes, and
who listens to heavy metal at a party?
I'm saying that there's, the touche, but I say there is some classic rock that people play.
That's true.
You got to think about it that way. There is some '80s metal that people play.
True.
And if you have a rotating, track system, music track playing, like a just a variety of artists. When it switches, you're definitely going to notice the difference. That's all I'm saying. You're definitely going to notice the difference between hip hop. If you put Outkast versus say Motley Crue from 1980, there's going to be a switch.
That is one messed up playlist.
I think if they got together and created a song, it'd be amazing. But I digress.
The number 2 Pro.
It's got a multi-connect feature, and Chase was talking about this. You know, Chase is the geek of all geeks when it comes to all these components and things like that they have. So it's got this, you got the charge right here, but I don't know if, can they see that?
Yeah.
But you can actually charge, you can hook up and charge standard USB, and you can actually charge, say your phone is dying, but you want to hear some music, you got to hear the beats.
So you can connect your phone to this and charge it, while also connecting multiple speakers. Multiple JBL speakers
that's what I was getting
at
to
the same time. So you can have your phone connected, Bluetooth or connection, whichever,
and set up
and charge your phone
family.
And have a whole family of JBL speakers.
So while you're charging, you can run multiple things. You can also use it for a headset dock, but I think it's up to, is it up to 4 speakers? Or
I actually don't know what their max is. I know it's like, I want to say it's up to 100. But then you're going to have 100 speakers.
Well, then you're going to be deaf.
That's pretty crazy.
I mean, I'd love to see that, but that's pretty stupid. So if you have multiple things of this and you have a big house or you're playing outside and you want to get some more sound, that's what the cool thing is. I will give them that because you rarely see another speaker.
And it's super easy to do, too. You just push this button up here and that's
you Bluetooth one speaker and that's all you got. The next one, you can boom all together. So fantastic idea there. So I do give them credit for that.
Yeah.
What's the third one?
The third one is the one that I love the most, the IPX7, it's IPX7 certified, which basically means that it is fully waterproof.
Crazy water.
Submerged waterproof. And I was not afraid to test this out, and which you'll see in the videos. I was not afraid to dunk this thing, to drop this thing in the water. No fear whatsoever. This is a first, to be honest. I've never had a speaker that I felt comfortable, like, $100 plus speaker. I was just like, yeah, I'll just throw it in there because it says it's that. That's a lot of trust.
And the other thing, too, is it does actually sound pretty good when it's even underwater.
Strangely enough, and what's cool is you watch the ends of this thing, the cones, the radiators, and what they call them,
whatever
pushing the water as it's pounding. It's pretty cool. That.
So the next thing, which I think is probably the biggest pro of all, holy cow, this is so good. I can't believe it. This was tested. This thing has it's got insane battery life. I'm not saying this is good. Like if you crank your music all day long, it's going to last, but we've done the testing. 20 hours.
Full blast. Yeah, full blast. And I actually at 75%, I was able to get a little bit more out of it than I thought I was initially. It was surprising.
Obviously more testing would be needed, and we don't mind doing more testing. That means more music, but it held up.
Because we accepted 12 hours as like an acceptable.
Well, we didn't do the full 20 hours, but we did the enough research and everything. You had it going.
I had a few parties. I didn't charge it once over a weekend, and it was still running by Mondays. So overall, I mean, build quality, sound is decent, and overall the IPX7 certification is awesome.
We're gonna quickly run over the cons because there are a few ones that you can't ignore. And one of the most glaring, I can't believe, this is what's called a 360-degree speaker.
It's a tube.
A tube without 360-degree sound.
Yeah, there's 2 speakers in the front, no speakers in the back. So if everybody's ever known they think JBL, the UE Boom was the first to do it, where it has the 360 cylindrical sound speaker system. Yeah, it's cylindrical. This doesn't have that.
Drop the ball.
It's loud enough to where it doesn't matter, and you put it in a corner, and it's great. It sounds great. But it is kind of a bummer to not have to put it in the center of a table and then everybody here.
You want everybody to be if it's a center table, everybody can get that, because if you're putting it on the couch behind you or a table behind you and somebody needs to sit down there, they're hitting the disco sounds right in their ears. Where if you had the UE Boom, the cylindrical sound, like you said, to me, that was absolutely
kind of a bummer.
That's the most glaring thing I see.
I feel like the JBL Charge 4 could have that.
I'm hoping they do.
Come on, JBL.
What's the second con you have? Because
second con, well, this was kind of brought up in the pros, is the exposed radiators. I wouldn't say the radiators. I guess they're cone radiators, cones, whatever they're called. The tub thumping.
Yeah.
So these are exposed. If you have a child, if you have slippery fingers, and you decide to accidentally jab your finger into this, but I get it. It looks cool, and you can see that it's thumping air.
It's a novelty.
It's kind of fun to watch.
The other thing, I'm gonna cover this one real quick because I want to turn it over to Chase for the last one. It's thick.
Ooh, baby.
This thing is a beast.
Ooh, baby.
It's almost too much, if you know what I mean.
It's thick.
It's thick.
Yeah.
It's It's the size of a small baby.
Yeah, it's
Do you need the word small in front of baby?
It's like that cylindrical design, and then they decide to make it a little thicker
It's a
on the.
freaking torpedo.
Yeah,
I mean, if this hits somebody in the head, they're going night night.
But to be fair, it still fits in my bike water bottle holder.
Yeah, water bottle,
that's kind of nice. So at least.
But Chase, what's the last con? I got to put my head down for
this. Is the worst of all, and I'll show you a quick fix of what this looks like. It's the app, man. Come on, JBL. I love you guys. I love you guys, but the app is so basic. It's
what's
so
it missing,
basic.
Chase?
It's literally no equalizer. It's just connect to it, update your device, and that is it.
If someone in the comments
and connect multiple, multiple.
But if someone in the comments knows of a way to bring up the equalizer, please tell us, because I'm telling you right now, how are you a speaker company?
The only way to do it is in app, what they expect you to have. So iTunes and whatever Samsung uses.
I had a basic music download.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard when the app, let's say JBL. Pandora doesn't have an equalizer, so you're kind of stuck in a rut there.
It's mind-boggling.
They rely so heavily on that. So that was kind of a mess. The app is just way too basic.
Please, overall, Chase, we already know what you're thinking. What do you give
my overall opinion of this, obviously, I own it and I've loved it. I haven't returned it. This thing is awesome. I'm a big proponent for JBL Charge 3 because 1, it can charge my phone. 1, it sounds great for the music that I listen to. And 3, that it's IPX7 certified, so I can listen to it wherever, whenever, and not have to worry about getting dust, water, all that crud into it.
And I agree that there are a lot of pros with this thing. But for me, those 2 big glaring cons absolutely derail this thing before you get started. It's not for music fans of certain genres like myself. Without an equalizer, this thing absolutely most definitely gets a big thumbs down.
Yeah, you disagree, you know.
But hey, we can all celebrate Chase found his speaker.
I did.
Yeehaw! Woo! Anyway, the link to the actual where you can buy this thing, where you can purchase it, as always, Chase puts it in the description. Give us some comments. Call us out. Call us out.
It's on Amazon right now for I think $130. If you get it used, it's like $100. So
it's up to you.
Dang. Yeah.
If actually, you know what? Tell us what you think. If you have something like this, or if you have a competing model that you think is better than this one, always let us know. We love hearing from you guys. As always, though, we'll see you next time. I'm Corey.
And I'm Chase.
Peace out.